Good morning, everybody. Another day in Camp Solitude. I actually had a neighbor for a couple of nights. The campground is empty, so why the hell they have to park right next to me? I have no idea. But it turned out they were a pretty cool couple, young couple, uh, fishermen, both of the fishing people, both of them. So they went to the creek here, and it was dry. So at any rate, I'm gonna stay just one more night and then head down to Sugarloaf and Horseshoe, and move on my way down to Pensacola through the Grand Canyon. But at any rate, when they left me more wood. So tonight and tomorrow morning we'll have a monster fire before I leave. And tonight I had a pretty good one yesterday with the stuff the other fellow left me. And it's a different culture here than in the East Coast. I'm not just in the East Coast, in the southern core, like North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, all that. The former, what is the South? Consider the Southeast. People are more, I don't know, they seem happier. They seem more laid back, more accepting. And it's but they look weird. Most of them look very strange compared to the people on the East Coast. It's sort of like they look a little drab and not necessarily poor, but drab. And I mean, it's like all Western with four-wheel drives and all that. All you need is Clint Eastwood to show up around here, because the landscape is fit for it. But I don't know, it's a radically different mentality, more genuine, more straightforward, but in a kind of way. One thing compared to Europe, I mean, you strike a conversation with anybody. In Europe, they're so totalitarian that you don't talk to anybody unless you absolutely have to. And a stranger unless you absolutely have to. And of course, it's a city. I'm pretty sure in Madrid. I'm pretty sure. And Paris is the same way, and so are Bordeaux and places like that. The cities are like that, probably worldwide. But even on the small towns, people don't want to small talk. They don't want to even say hi to you because they are not going to establish a long-term relationship. It's an all or nothing sort of thing. And here it's so easy to talk to strangers and everybody's happy. Hey, how are you doing? And you start talking and exchanging life experiences just like that. And I don't know. It's just that you see somebody in the street and hey, how are you doing? And just keep walking. You don't need to, become totally involved with this person as a lifelong, very best friend or something. Just being cordial, just being, I don't know, friendly. And I really miss that in Spain and in Europe. I mean, everybody walks around, even in the small towns, like they just smell some poop or something, and they don't say a word. It's a different idea. And also this election, I am going to be somewhere in Colorado or Utah. My friend received the absentee ballot. And I don't know, it's probably going to be the first election I ever miss since I became a U.S. citizen way back mid-80s. I don't know. And it's troubling me, especially because the character of this election is so important, so important to the nation in general. And I don't know, I'm to the point of considering just taking a quick flight Denver to Raleigh, signing the damn absentee ballot, and get the hell out of there back to Denver or wherever I am. I mean, it's one more vote, who cares? It could be justified that way, but I I don't know, it pains me, especially in this election, that I'm not able to vote. I guess I'll come to a decision. I don't have internet here. Nobody has any wireless service, so I cannot check prices for flights, quick in and out. Land, sign it, get the fuck out, go back to here or wherever I am at the moment. Maybe when I get to Walden, there will be some wireless service, and I can determine if it can be done. And then the drive from wherever I am to whatever nearest airport that will service both cities. I don't know. I have to think about it. Sorry, this one's been quite long, and well, another day, another solar collection, and fridge is working great. I plug it at around 5 p.m. and unplug it around 9 a.m., 10 a.m. and it's holding up pretty good. This Clive Castler book that I brought up yesterday is turning out to be really good, actually. It's not for everybody. I like the adventure books and the fiction adventure that is got a lot of action, but it has a lot of details that you learn from the local customs or wherever the main character might be. So it's good entertainment, especially here when there is nothing, just me and a whole bunch of trees, a big pooper down there, and that's about the extent of it. And today's Saturday. I was thinking that a hell of a lot more people would show up and pack the place, but as James, the caretaker, said, this is a campground that is mostly used by hunters, and the hunting season is over. It's in between this and another season, but we'll see. I wonder if this is the same thing I'm going to find at Horseshoe or Sugarloaf and other campgrounds like that. This campground doesn't have electric hookup, so that's probably a deterrent. I think one pickup truck over there with 2 tents. They stay one night, and the guy with a real beautiful fancy trailer that stayed 2 nights down there. Another couple came by with kids and all that, and they stayed last night, but I don't know if they usually come one night and then go. What a mess to set up and all that for just one night. So we'll see. Saturday I thought this will be full, so tomorrow I'm hoping that Sugarloaf is also along these lines. That's a pretty high up campground. It's a dirt road to it, toward the last, I don't know, 10 miles or so, or dirt road. It doesn't have, these campgrounds in Colorado, very few have electrical hookups. None have water hookups. Water is at a premium here, especially at this time of the year after a long dry summer. And again, another cloudless day, and we'll see what the future brings. It's definitely an amazing adventure, and I hope every stop between here and Raleigh, back to Raleigh, is an impressive stop. This couple gave me a couple of stops: Lake Agnes and O'Ray, a town that apparently has a hiking loop around the town that is just amazing. That's a little bit too far out of the way. It's way south of Highway Interstate 70. So, but Lake Agnes is right on the way to my next campground off of, I think it's Highway 14. So that's doable, and they said the views are impressive. The next campground, Sugarloaf and Horseshoe, are going to be pretty high elevation. Sugarloaf is right next to the Sugarloaf Peak, which is 9,900 feet in altitude, but I don't know how high up the campground is. I'm getting acclimated to the higher elevation, and I'm not out of breath so much. Just doing the smallest things. All right, people. I want to show you how I prepare meat for longer term storage. Okay, and here are the ingredients that I'm going to use. Lime juice. Okay, so we have lime juice, salt, put a little garlic powder, cumin, and oregano. Okay, so we have some Ziploc bags. I have two of these that have top sirloin cut into fourths, and I'll put 2 per bag, and season and then store. This is a big one. And, no, you cook one of them at a time. There's another one. And you put it in a Ziploc bag like this, and you add salt, a little bit, garlic powder, okay, ground cumin, and last solid ingredient will be oregano. About a pinch of it, a good generous pinch, and then you add the liquid phase, which is going to be lime or lemon juice or vinegar. I prefer lime or lemon juice because the vinegar, all of them with the acid will cook the meat, will tear up the protein and do a pre-cooking, and the vinegar is a little bit too harsh for that. So I close the bag with air in it because I'm going to need to mix all the ingredients evenly, and then you take the air out. So the ingredients stick to the meat. Make sure it's properly sealed so there are no leaks. Get as much air out of it as you possibly can, and then seal it. Okay, that's it. That's ready for storage. So here are the 4 Ziplocs, each containing 2 pieces of meat. Each piece of meat, for me, it's 1 meal. For some people, they require both. Some people will eat half of one, but that's my portion size. Okay, now they're ready to put in the cooler or in the freezer, and just pull out as you need. They're ready to cook. You don't need to season, nothing. Just fire up the grill and cook them as many as you want.